It's been awesome. I mean, it's a bit all over the place at the start, but I think now a lot more people involved, especially with the everything that's been going on, and the police trying to kick us out, and everyone trying to kick us out, and it's just growing on the daily. More people, and we're all here for one thing, which is the end the mandates, and then we go home. But yeah, it's been good.
Oh, it's been awesome, really. It's just such a good vibe. It's you sort of feel like it used to be before COVID came. Seeing smiling faces and people happy, and being able to actually see how they feel instead of being hidden behind a mask. So it's, totally opposite what the media's saying at the moment. It's been awesome to see everyone come together, and when there's issues, they get sorted really quickly. So it's been great.
So we've got live music, and it really is uplifting, energising, and it's therapy, It's good for the musicians and good for the people listening. They get up and dance and have fun, and just get a good vibe. No alcohol, no drugs, just really nice family-friendly stuff.
Oh, it's real nice actually. Yeah, everyone here's real nice. Free stuff everywhere, it's just people giving. And there's been some pretty big donations too, so people all around the world, even though they're not actually here, they're still helping.
It's been beautiful. So this is the New Zealand that I support. There's no violence, none of that, no discrimination. It's just beautiful.
The atmosphere has been loving. It's been warm. It's been hopeful, and I think it feels like change is happening. Yeah.
The mainstream media reported violent troublemakers. Have you seen this?
Nothing at all. No, far from it.
The mainstream media has reported violent troublemakers. Have you seen any
I
of
haven't
this?
seen anything.
None.
I've seen the police do a bit of violence, but on Thursday, and that's what made us come back down. But no, I haven't seen any violence. A few grumpy people, but there's always people that'll come and try to calm them down. So it's been pretty peaceful, really.
Oh, there's a few people yelling. I mean, everyone's angry in a sense, but we're trying to keep the peace. We're trying to, we haven't. Yeah, I don't know what they think of us, but we're not storming the building. We're not, they're putting barriers. You got plastic barriers, you got concrete blocks blocking us from doing something, but no one's doing anything. We're, there's a few people with, some loud expressions, but. I mean, I want to go home, but we're here till it ends.
If there has been any, I would say there'll be very far and few between. Everybody here is positive and friendly and caring, and all you have to do is have a look on this van to see some of the messages, that people are leaving, the hurt that's happened to so many people here. The damage is unbelievable. Through both, loss of family, friends, but jobs, income, and pretty much taking everything that we've worked for away.
What are your thoughts about them turning the sprinklers on?
I again, like the police thing, I think it was actually a good thing because it's brought everyone together, and there'll be more people that come down seeing how childish they're acting, and think, it's ridiculous that people acting that way are in control of our country. So for me, I think it was actually a benefit to us. So, yeah.
It's good for a laugh. I mean, whatever they do, it always turns badly. If they had just come out day one, this whole thing could have been resolved, or if they actually listened to us at all. But they didn't. They wanted to, turn the sprinklers on, with kids and stuff, and mums and everyone else who's sleeping in the tents. And you already had a storm coming there. You got the sprinklers, and we just turned it around. We just dug trenches, and and now there's hay everywhere, so now they don't even have grass. So it's pretty funny.
I think it's childish war games, really. It's out of the book, but we will prevail because we're much stronger than that. It's going to take a lot more than a storm or sprinklers or speakers. I was out there the night the storm, and they had the speakers playing and they had the sprinklers going, and we were dancing. And for us that is just pure strength and motivation, to get through it, because that was our darkest time and we were still dancing. So if we're going to be dancing in that, what are we going to do on a sunny day? What are we going to do today? Yeah.
Oh, it's just a joke, isn't it? We're supposed to have a water ban. Come on, Trevor.
What do you think about the mainstream media coverage?
From what I've seen here and what I see on like stuff on there, they're just manipulating and it's just making up stuff really. So you know they're trying to say we're misinformed, but they're misinforming what's actually happening here. So yeah,
the mainstream media coverage is disgusting. So yeah, I mean, do your own research, people.
I think it's appalling, and they're going to have to be held to account like everybody else. You know, everyone's got a name, and everyone is on the media, including the media. So when this all blows over, I don't know. They've still got a chance to cross over, haven't they? They've still got a chance to come over to our side and to the people's side.
What do you think about Jacinda calling in the anti-vax protest?
As with most of the stuff she's saying at the moment, it's all a lot of crap really. So yeah, most of what they're saying is if she actually came down and spent some time here, I'm sure she'd change her mind too if she didn't have other agendas.
Yeah, I mean, they'll spin whatever they, whatever they can. So, I mean, we're anti-mandate protests, you know, and a freedom protest. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Do you have any messages for the other protesters up and down the country?
Keep supporting. I mean, there's people all around are donating because they can't be here. And there are people that have, like I've got to go back to Hawke's Bay today because I've got work to do, but I'll be back down on the weekend, and it's just, everyone should just do what they can, and it's just start taking your masks off and don't scan in, pay with cash so that cash is still in our society, and yeah, just don't listen to the media, wake up.
Get down here, get down here. It doesn't take much, you know, we've all got stuff to do, but it doesn't take much to be here. Just turn up.
Keep calm, keep loving, and we'll see you soon.
I think we just have to get the numbers up. I mean, it's awesome. You know, every morning there's a lot of people here that fill the grounds, but you know, they keep saying we're a minority and we just need people on the ground. As much as it is good to have supporters everywhere and driving past them over the bridges and stuff, it's definitely a good feeling, and you definitely feel like you're part of something bigger, but yeah, we still look small and people are doubting whether we're going to make a difference. Yeah, so that's the hard one, is just actually get here, or even just come on the weekend, you know, for 2 days or 1 day, just to get the numbers here so people can actually see, oh, there are a lot of people supporting you. And it is hard to, you know, if everyone here and everyone on the overbridges, it just shows you that people aren't, you know, they're coming out of the shadows, and it's good for support, because I come from a small community. I'm actually an electrician too, so I'm not a bum, what they like to say we are, that we're all, you know, jobless and bums and on the benefit. I'm an electrician in Turangi, Casky Electrical, and you know, it's a small community, and it just feels like you don't know who to talk to about this stuff, and you know, like, doesn't matter if you're for it or not. We've just been told so many lies that you can't even accept the fact that you know, whether vaccines work or not. It's hard to now believe whatever they say. And now they're saying, oh, you need a booster, and the booster will now increase it, even though it's the same shot as the last two. And now they're saying, oh, every 3 months. It's like, well, when does it stop? You know, like, I think in Canada I heard reports that they had eight shots per person. So, I mean, that just goes to show you that it's not going to stop anytime soon unless people on the ground.
I've been a taxpayer since I was 13, started with a paper run, milk run at 15, but I'm your pretty much average, you know, salted earth Māori boy, you know, here with my fellow tradesmen. I'm an electrician, the guy behind me is a plasterer, that guy there's a builder from Auckland. We all have our own businesses. I had government contracts doing the ECA, I had government contracts looking after 3 schools in my region, and I've had to just let it all go. And now they're struggling because they don't have an electrician to keep their lights going, and you know, it's horrible for everybody. There's no winners in this except them up there. So we really need to overthrow this horrendous, deceitful power.
Do you have any messages for Jacinda?
I don't think any message to her is going to make any difference. So yeah, hopefully she wakes up one day and is honest. And the thing is that whatever she's doing now, it'll come back and bite her later. Karma will come around. So yeah, look forward to seeing what happens to her in the future.
Messages for December?
No comment.
I would say get on your super yacht and go and join the others that are waiting offshore in their little islands waiting for the storm to blow over, because that's going to be the best place for you, hiding away somewhere on your big boat.
Just listen to the people. I mean, you know, whether you don't want to come out because supposedly we've been threatening, which there's always going to be one person in every 1,000 or whatever that's going to have a view that's they're going to express pretty loudly. But if you're not going to do that, then listen to, well, it doesn't look, it's a bit of a minority, but it's still not. I mean, there's 10,000 people on the ground, and there's 80,000 people on the convoy page. So there's people out there that are that are fighting, that want to fight, and some of them are locked in jobs, and they've got to pay bills and stuff. Just come out, talk to the people.
I think that she's not in touch with the public. She certainly hasn't talked to us or any of her cabinet members for that fact. Usually in a protest, what you'll find is the opposition will come out and talk to the people to try and gain a lead. They're all so scared of her in there that no one actually is coming out to speak, and that just goes to show the type of power and control that's in there, very scary, and we can feel it out here. But we've had news of people working behind the scenes in there saying that we hope this goes our way because they want a team too. They've got, even though they don't have to take the vaccines in there, their wives do because they've got jobs. They've been mandated. Their children still have to wear masks in school, and as you know, those masks are no good for you. So really, it's a tense time, but it's a hopeful time, and we will prevail because we are the people. We are the 99%. Without us, we are the machine that does not operate. So.
What do you think about the protesters camping down the street?
I think it's pretty bad.
Do you know what they're protesting about?
Anything and everything.
And how do you feel about this?
I think it's I don't think it's right the way they're doing it.
What do you think the government should be doing about this?
Removing them. They just shouldn't be there. By all rights, they can stand protest, but setting up camp like that is just wrong.
Great.
Okay, thank you for that.
What do you think about the protest? We're making a short documentary. Would you be able to answer a few questions?
No, sorry.
That's all good. No,
not too good.
Yeah. Excuse me. Just asking people in the street what they think of the freedom protest. Would you be willing to answer a few questions? Or we're just making a short documentary, it's an objective one, getting both sides of the story.
Not really.
Not really, alright. That's all right. Excuse me. Alright, okay. Excuse me, mate. We're just asking people in the street what they think about the freedom protest. Just getting an objective thing. Would you be willing to answer any questions on it? If we could ask you a few questions?
No, I don't go to town often.
That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. We're asking people in the streets what their opinions, what they think of the freedom protest, just in a short documentary. Would you be willing to ask any questions? You rolling?
I just have a quick word to say. I just wish they'd go. I just feel it's awkward for the government. It's awkward for the police. They want it, but they're not going away. So they're impinging on people's rights now. I think.
Do you know what they're protesting about?
Not really.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about the mandate.
Right.
The
Yeah.
mandate.
And what would you like to see the government do about it?
About the mandate.
And the protesters.
Oh, they have to go. The
Yeah.
police have said. I just heard it on the radio this morning that they've said if they're going and they'll lose their transport, and it might be a long while till they get it back.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Excuse me, mate. I'm just asking people in the street to get an objective opinion on the whole freedom market. Do you want to answer a few questions we've got?
Mate, I have no idea
That's
or anything.
All right, yeah.
So I just got a few questions here.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the protesters camping down the street?
I think it's come to a stalemate because I don't know how it's going to be resolved past this point. I understood and I respect the right to occupy a space, especially public space, and our freedoms to protest. It's just hard to see it coming to an end because there's almost no need for it to, it's not like people have to go anywhere. They're actually happy to just keep going, I think. And I just know a lot of friends and people based here in Wellington who are being affected by it because they work in town or they're we're just trying to get on with other things. And so I mean I'm all for people protesting. It's just it feels a little bit aggressive, not at the site but in the streets coming away from that site.
Do you know what the protest is about?
Yes, I do.
And how do you feel about this?
I'd say I'm somewhere in the middle. I think it's fine for people to do what they want to do with their bodies, but I think the message is a little unclear now. How many days in, like 8 or 9 days in, or 10 days in, do you know? So yeah, again, I just don't know where it's going to go from this point.
And what do you think the government should be doing
About the actual protest or about the message?
about the whole situation?
I honestly don't know. It feels like it'd be great if there was like a unified voice to say, I mean, I guess I'd be open to a conversation, but I know the government isn't open to a real conversation, and there isn't a unified message, so it's quite hard. I think everybody's at a stalemate, as I said, so I'm actually not sure what the government's supposed to do. I wouldn't know what to do in this situation, because I don't think forcibly moving people is going to go well, and I don't think letting it just blow out to a full occupation like how Occupy was years ago, where it just goes on for a long time and nothing changed.
That's great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.